Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we are looking at 6 staff members you had better keep a close eye on. What's all that about? Find out soon. Arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, the president of Dale Kinney Training Japan, and the best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery, and my new book is now gone bestseller, Japan Business Mastery. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now, this podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. If you have feedback on the show or preferences about potential future topics, then leave us your comments. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and share this podcast. Now, here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, we have the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, this one, the Leadership Japan series. And Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Now, before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is, if you want to tell someone to be careful, maybe they're driving home, it's late at night, they're about to go overseas on a trip or something, and you just want to say, hey, be careful, take care. Then you say, kiotsukete, 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 be careful, kiotsukete. Driving home, bit late, bit dark, be careful, kiotsukete. Are you about to go overseas traveling? Well, be careful. Kiotsukete, 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 kiotsukete. This is episode number 332. And today we are talking about 6 staff members to be careful of in Japan. In most cases, as leaders, we inherit the staff employed by our predecessors. It is a rare chance to employ everyone yourself right from the start. That means there have been varying degrees of thinking about who constitutes excellent staff. Even if everyone preceding us had clear visions and great skills in selecting staff, times change, and things happen in organizations which can disaffect staff. Also, we are all consummate actors in the job interview, thrusting forth an image of ourselves most likely to win the affections of the interviewing panels. The reality can be bitterly disappointing. Organizations do their best, but sometimes get it wrong, and some of these mistakes are now your responsibility. You arrive, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready for a new assignment and to meet your new team. Here is the handy-dandy guide to identifying trouble early. 1. Doom and gloomers. This is a hard subgroup to identify in Japan because everyone here is so conservative about trying new things, given there is risk attached to uncharted waters. The government publishes their Tankan survey of business attitudes to the direction the economy is going, and invariably it is mostly pessimistic. Even if things are going reasonably well, there is the fear it will end, so the scores are never effervescent. We also know from government statistics that 10% of the workplace population are suffering from depression. No wonder we will have negative, depressed, frustrated people in the team. 2. Fudo-myo types. Fudo-myo is a Buddhist deity in Japan who symbolizes immovability, resistance, implacability. These staff resist change entirely, either openly or in secret. They may agree with your ideas to your face, but secretly are undermining everything you are trying to do. 3. Salaryman types. The Japanese salaryman is the salaried worker who just does the bare minimum to get paid and doesn't contribute much. They're hanging around watching the section head or the division head to see how early they can leave once the bosses depart. This group represents a big proportion of the workforce who are stuck in jobs they don't like, but cannot easily make a change because society frowns on job hoppers. Find out more when we come back from the break. courses, but we also do custom in-house programs who do these in both Japanese and English. Today's show is sponsored by our Step Up to Leadership program. This next one will be on the 27th of January. We've just finished leadership training for managers, so the next leadership program will be Step Up to Leadership, 27th of January. Excellent one-day program. This is the bridging course for those who go from being a player to being a leader, and takes them through all the things they need to know. Don't let them work it out by themselves. Don't let them do it by trial and error. Let them understand how to do the job properly so that they hit the road really fully up to speed, ready to go, performing, doing an excellent job as a new leader for your organization. Now, our website is full of useful resources. You can go there at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like to learn by watching videos, we've got over 860 on our YouTube channel, which is at Japan Dale Carnegie TV. We release 2 TV shows every week on YouTube, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, the premier business show on Japan every Monday, and Fridays we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. Get my book, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for Selling in Japan, and my new bestseller, Japan Business Mastery. Gossipers. Japan is a hard country in which to keep a secret. In big cities, there's always someone around watching what you are doing or where you're going. In small neighborhoods, everyone is watching everyone else. In ancient times, the government divided populations up into groups of 100 families. And if a crime or misdemeanor occurred, then everyone would be punished. The severity getting stronger the closer the relative. This meant there was tremendous pressure for everyone to conform. It also has meant that a secret in Japan is a hard thing to keep, and people love exchanging secret information. True or not doesn't seem to matter that much. The forbidden fruit of the secret is massively appealing anyway. So there are plenty of gossips who enjoy dealing in the trade of secrets more than getting any work done. Number 5, victims. These are the people who tell you they are carrying the entire team because the others are so useless, because they're so unfair. They say they deserve special recognition or being cut some slack for their sterling contribution. Number 6, informers. This group are expert at attaching the blame for problems on others. They quickly deny their own responsibility and are genius at guilt shifting. They are quick to tell you who is not pulling their weight in the hope of ingratiating themselves with the boss. Forewarned is forearmed, so take a careful scrutiny of who is in the team. You would be very unlucky to have representatives from all 6 groups in your team, but you can bet you will have at least 1 or 2. Knowing where they are coming from will assist with the best lines of communication and handling of their issues. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends and colleagues. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Lots of great stuff on our website, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy here in Japan, ready to help you grow your business.